considering the next generation of IT service desk management platforms that will enable you to address all use cases in your organization or for the organizations of your customers. Hopefully, they will include AI and machine learning, which, by the way, is a requirement nowadays across all the customers that we've seen. Straight runbook and orchestration solutions will not be able to keep pace with IT changes and challenges going into the future. All companies are considering adopting dynamically adaptable methods, which will result in saving time when it comes to service desk and also saving cost. The first thing we need to consider is sufficient coverage of the use cases that you and your customers are currently dealing with. Perhaps you are responsible for a data center or you provide infrastructure services to your customers. On the infrastructure side, the important aspects will include the normal things like management of issues generated by servers, storage devices, network devices, and applications such as databases, application servers, and web servers. End-to-end use case coverage means providing affordable issue management not only for the infrastructure but also for endpoint devices and end-user applications all up and down the IT stack. Managing issues generated by servers is easy and has been done for quite a long time. But what about end-user devices, end-user connectivity, and end-user applications? Since infrastructure exists on behalf of applications, applications exist on behalf of end users, we are compelled to include end-user use cases such as end-user issues, problems, and end-user requests as well. Now, when we refer to end-user devices, we are including workstations, mobile devices, laptops, to include both synchronous and asynchronous devices. If you recall, asynchronous devices are those that are not always connected to the network. Now, the end-user use cases should also include devices inside and outside the corporate domain, if we are to truly be end-to-end. Use case coverage in your enterprise should include all operating systems and applications that are used in your organization. So the typical popular operating systems should include things like the current release of Windows, perhaps Windows 10 and 8, various versions of Mac OS, Linux, Android iOS, and support for network devices such as Cisco, Juniper, and others. Now, we start out by identifying the top events you might see in a typical enterprise, such as memory shortages and utilization, error report logs, CPU utilization, network interfaces, configuration, and I/O, events indicating network busy, dynamic file system and disk space utilization, printer health, unexpected shutdowns, periodic health checks, events for technologies such as VMware, Citrix, and LPAR. Your use cases are then derived from the understanding of those events, their implications, and taking action to remediate or resolve the applicable incidents. Grouping the use cases together using traditional technology capabilities, we come out with the following use case list: repair of WMI, health checks, repair of Outlook, repair of DNS issues, rebuilding of Outlook profiles, updates of group policies, reset of Citrix profiles, restart or reinstall of Microsoft SCOM services and client, battery check and notification, reinstall of VMware tools, and finally reset or re-image of virtual machines. Another point, reporting on the use cases. End users like to be informed. Once remediation of each use case is complete, I would like to see some feedback, please. Was my problem successfully resolved? And I wouldn't mind seeing a nice timeline of all the activities that affected all my devices. These are features that need to be part of your overall solution. And in addition to intelligently Automating the service desk by virtualizing it and addressing customer IT issues behind the scenes. Another aspect to ensuring successful end-user interaction is by providing a method by which the end user can request services, best practice recommendations, issue notifications, and other feedback from the service desk platform. And what a better way to do this than by employing a chatbot. Now, there are different types of chatbots, and you really have to watch out for this. There are scripted, rule-based, and static knowledge chatbots versus those that learn and use machine learning and dynamic knowledge sources. You will want a chatbot that has a learning capability because your company is always changing, as well as your employees and your customers. Why not choose a virtualized service desk that can tie the end user directly to the intelligent automation, eliminating the admin in the middle? So today we explored service desk use cases and what it means to have a true end-to-end coverage. The infrastructure, both hardware and software, is just the tip of the iceberg. Remember, we've been doing that for quite a long time and we've got that down pat. If you are not considering the end user devices and resources in your use case list, you may be leaving out a very important aspect of the total virtualized service desk picture.